Hey YouTube, hope everybody is doing well today. In this quick video tutorial, I'm going to show you guys how you can create the start of a Techno Groove, or the low end portion of it, using just a single kick sample. Now obviously there are a lot of different possibilities for manipulating samples and these types of things, but it's going to show you some foundational elements or ideas, and then of course feel free to experiment and come up with your own. So let's get into it here. Enough rambling. Let's choose a sample. We'll go with this. And that is distorting. So we can go into the clip and change the gain. Loud still. I'm going to pull that down. Okay, sounds a little better. Make sure that that initial transient comes through if you have auto fade enabled. And I'm going to go through and duplicate this clip a couple times. Control D. Oops. And let us go and create another track here. And we're actually going to use this exact same sample as I had said before. I'm going to copy it down, and we can use this for kind of like a low whoop at a different part of the groove. So we'll get rid of the transient on this. We'll call this bass. And we can change the fading of this bass a little bit so that we get it out of the way or the next hit comes in. You know, our low end isn't clashing too much then. Bring that down. Copy this over and maybe find another spot for it. And I'll Control E to cut that. Maybe what we can do with our original kick sample for some variation is we can change the length here. So I'm going to cut this down and just on a couple. Because nothing's coming in here, I'll leave this a little longer. Drag this over, and then let's try reversing it. Cutting this out here. Having like a swell-in at the end of this loop here. Bit aggressive. Just for fun, let's reverse that with R, like we did before. We'll use this reverse piece as a bass swell. Okay. Why don't we do something crazy here? Let's put a stock reverb. Didn't favorite that. I need to favorite that. And I know what they say, don't put reverb on your kick, but what we're gonna do here, we're gonna resample this kick with reverb enabled, and we're actually gonna leave all of the low end in, so it's just the low end's a complete mess. We'll mono it, and then we'll fit it in somewhere, and that'll create like this rumbly effect. You'll see what I mean in a second here. So resampling. So there's the reverb portion of the kick, and that doesn't sound very good right now. We can do is let's cut some of the highs out. And not too sure why he sampled that track, but whatever. We'll freeze it. I'm gonna flatten it. I'm gonna join, Control J. And then I'm gonna mono this using a utility. And we can do further shaping with an EQ or other effects if we so desire. Let's saturate it, flip it like crazy. So right now we're really just the mess that was made when we put the reverb onto the kick track. We're just messing it up even more basically to create kind of an ambiguous sound in the low end that just is there and creates like a off swelling effect within the speaker that can sound kind of cool. It's done right. Okay, so again, this is just kind of a basic idea. I'm sure the mix is off quite a bit, balances and all that, but yeah, the foundation is there. And let's go in here and put like a spatial effect on this kick. Group this together. create a parallel chain. So I'm going to set that to 100%, and then I am going to cut all of the, or a good portion of the lows out here, because this is a kick and you don't want too much reverb in the low end. We can mess with the pre-delay a little bit as well to see if we can find a sound that it complements the kick, kind of swells in a little bit after, rather than hitting right when the kick hits as well. So that just adds a very, very slight dimension. It's super subtle, but you know, it might help depending on the song you're working on. It might not. World is your oyster. You can do whatever you please. And I don't know, what else can we do here? Let's stick with that for now. I hope that you guys learned something through this tutorial. It's a pretty simple one, I think, overall, and maybe not the best explained, but I'm sure there were a couple ideas that were thrown out there. So if you have any questions or comments, let me know, and we'll see you in the next one.